Good afternoon, I'm Jeff Siegel of 1-800-WATER-DAMAGE. I'm here with Shauna Zalud from Image 127 Photography in Lake in the Hills, Illinois.
Thank you so much, Jeff, for coming out today and helping to disinfect my studio and getting it ready for someday that we get to open it again. Hopefully that'll be soon. We have also Bobby Rose, who is back there doing lighting and video camera because we have to keep a 6-foot distance. Here's Bobby. I took a picture of her right before we started so you can see what she's doing 6 feet over there.
She's frantically getting everything ready.
She's frantically helping us. But thank you so much, Bobby, with Bobby Rose Photography, who is getting into video. I thank you very much for doing this for us as well. So today Jeff and I are gonna talk. We're just gonna, I have some questions for him that he's going to answer. The first one that I have is, Jeff, tell me a little bit about what you did earlier today with the disinfectant.
Sure, absolutely. Basically wanted to provide a sanitization service for you so that your customers can be comfortable knowing that they're coming into an environment, and it provides a level of safety for yourself and for your customers as well.
I know that you were telling me about this process. There's like 3 different levels of disinfecting that you can do. Can you explain those different levels?
Sure, that's a very good question. When we typically do, there's 3 different levels of cleaning that we typically do. It's a level 1, level 2, or level 3. A level 1 cleaning is just a basic cleaning, that's a basic disinfection, and that's typically a majority of what we're doing. A level 2 and a level 3 are a little bit more complex and a little more detailed when we have a level 2 with a person under investigation, or there might be a potential where someone might have had COVID-19 and be in that particular environment. And a level 3 is where we have a confirmed case of COVID-19 in that environment. And those cleaning techniques might vary a little bit different. We're much deeper and more thorough in terms of the things that we do and the way in which we disinfect surfaces from that standpoint.
I do know that we decided to do a level 1 here at the studio. Can you explain why we decided on level 1?
Sure, because this is a basic disinfection. And obviously your business has been empty for some period of time, so there's a much less likelihood of a virus load being on surfaces over a longer period of time. The other thing is, this is a routine disinfection. You haven't had anyone in here that you know of that has potentially been exposed to COVID-19, or you don't have any confirmed cases of COVID-19 in the environment. And therefore the reason for us staying with a level 1 cleaning.
Also, you were talking about a fogging procedure, and I know that we did that at the very end of the cleaning process today. Can you explain what that's for? And I know it's also to help with like soft surfaces like chairs.
Sure. Yep, that's a great question, and that's a lot of times you're seeing that on social media now. You're seeing a lot of people doing that, and what that does is we use something called the ULV fogger, which is an ultra low vapor or very fine mist, a very fine particulate that we put up into the air. Obviously, we've cleaned surfaces prior to that, and then we've also applied a disinfectant to a lot of these surfaces while, as part of the process. This is a kind of final process. We can put that in, put that mist or that antimicrobial or disinfectant on that surface, and it, from that standpoint.
And earlier today, you also showed me how to clean some of my props for in-between sessions and touch points. One of the things that you mentioned is having the disinfectant on the surface for a certain amount of time. Can you explain that process?
Absolutely. That's something that we call dwell time. And a lot of common mistakes, one of the most common mistakes that people make is they don't give the product enough time for it to work, for it to ensure that if there's anything if there's a virus or COVID-19 in this particular situation, to inactivate that virus. And there's a set amount of time that product should be on that surface. You're best off reading the product label, because the time is the timing that it needs to be on that surface is different depending upon the product that you're using. For example, bleach has a 1-minute dwell time or period where we want to keep a bleach water mix. We want to keep that on the surface, whereas some of the other products we use might have a little bit of a longer time frame from that standpoint to render the virus inert.
And I've been very open, like with my clients recently, about having Kawasaki when I was a kid, and there is no known reason why kids are getting Kawasaki. They don't have that determined yet, but there's been a lot of talk back 30 years ago when I had it, and even recently, that it could be due to potential cleaners. And with the increase of cases of Kawasaki and more people learning about Kawasaki, and all of the cleaning that we've been doing, I wanted to make sure that whatever products I used here at the studio were more on the safer side. So I know that you ended up using some more green products, and I'll go ahead and let you explain the type of products that you use.
Yeah, that's a very good question. The other thing that we try to do is we'll actually try to talk to you in advance and understand what who's in the studio, especially in this situation where we have newborns, we have young children. Our focus, and it also might change a little bit about some of our cleaning technique, but our focus is to make sure that we're trying to provide a green, environmentally friendly type of product that we typically use. The product that we apply today is a product called BioS, and that's a green product. It's a product called Thymol. So it is an EPA registered disinfectant. It might not be as aggressive as some of the other products that are out there, but it potentially is a much more green or environmentally friendly type of product with regards to the application, with regards to hopefully some of the side effects, are if there is any from that standpoint, which typically there aren't, but they won't affect you, with regards to that.
And then one last question that I have for you, because I know a lot of my clients that might be watching this might be curious, is this something that can be done inside someone's home?
Absolutely. These types of things, we can certainly come out to someone's house as well. And the other thing is, I know when we come out, you and I had a long conversation, along with Bobby as well, so about maybe some different tips or techniques that you might want to consider doing in your regular routine from that standpoint. We kind of talk to people about that as well. That's important, so that we can also try to teach you to do some of these things. We certainly can go into people's houses and do this type of service, and we can also vary or adjust exactly what we're doing based on your particular concerns or needs, or how aggressive do you want us to be with regards to the cleaning.
Well, I want to thank you so much, Jeff, and of course I want to thank Bobby with Bobby Rose Photography for both of you coming out. Jeff, for sharing this information from 1-800-WATER damage and really letting us know how we can be proactive once we're able to start opening up our studios and so forth, and also be proactive in our homes. And Bobby, I thank you so much for doing the video for us.
Absolutely.
We really appreciate it. Bobby with Bobby Rose Photography. Yep. She's really getting into video. Just to give her a little plug, she also does real estate photography, and she does events. Hopefully she'll be able to start doing events in the near future. I know it might be a while, but she is doing real estate photography, and she knocks it out of the wood.
She does.
Thank you so much, Bobby.
What's your website, Bobby?
Yeah, Bobby, what's your website?
BobbyRosePhotography.com.
There we go. And your website?
I'm image127photography.com.
www.1800waterdamage.com. So also want to thank everyone and if there's any additional questions, don't hesitate to reach out to Shauna about your photographer, or Bobby about photography needs, ourselves about any of the services that we can provide. We're happy to help answer any questions as well.